I was taking photography and these like little Super 8 film classes at City College in San Francisco and working 2 jobs. My morning job was in special ed at junior high school, and my afternoon job was another teaching gig. And we had this girl come into our program who was very severely physically disabled, and I was working with only learning disabled kids, but she was being mainstreamed into regular education, even though she was really severely physically disabled, like I said, and spoke with a computer attached to her wheelchair, sort of like Stephen Hawking's, the physicist. And I got an assignment. She's a fascinating young woman because her mind was intact, but her body was non-functional. She couldn't feed herself. She couldn't take herself to the bathroom. She obviously couldn't walk. She had very severe cerebral palsy, but it doesn't affect your brain. The years of not being able to communicate and not having anyone communicate with you definitely take a toll, you know, in terms of your, I don't know, maturity, intelligence. You can't really separate the body and the mind, ultimately. But anyway, she was intellectually, you know, had all this potential. And so at the time I got in my City College class, I got an assignment to make a movie about a chair. We would get these weird assignments just to, you know, very vague but very specific at the same time. So I just thought about Tan. I was like, she's this woman in this electric wheelchair, that girl actually at the time. And so I made my 2-minute Super 8 film about Tan, and everyone in the class was like, you have to make a movie about her. And then I did. I made a little height, you know, documentary, and it was my first real movie. It's called Tan, which is her name. And then I got into making movies, and I still kept on making these short little Super 8 films, and then I started the idea for New Eureka Dream, which was my first documentary, and I simultaneously applied to go to NYU Film School. So I did both of those things in the 90s. Well, New Eureka Dream I finished in 2000. I started showing in 2000. I don't know. It's nice to tell stories. I've always been a storyteller. I always wrote. I've always been a writer, so. This is our medium now. We live in a really visual time. So I think if it had been 50 years ago, I'd be writing novels.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where do you get your stories? It seems like...
I make them up.
Make them up? But it seems like, I was going to say, it seems like many of them seem to originate, at least in reality.
Yeah,
Obviously, but
yeah. I have a little bit of a journalistic approach to storytelling, but ultimately, yeah, at the end, it's fiction. I mean, it's fun. Like, I'm adapting a book right now, and so some of what I do is I open the book and I just transcribe the dialogue and write my own, like, stage directions. But I just sort of feel like I'm copying out of the book. But then some scenes I make up, and those are the most fun. I just made one up last night. I had so much fun doing it. I mean, I am actually afraid of someday not having anything to say. And I think a few years ago, when I came out of this, you know, all the work I did in social services, I had like tons of stuff to say. And I think now I'm afraid of that because I don't really work anymore. What I do is write and direct my own movies. Like, I'm not in the world the way I used to be. So that work, yeah, working with kids and group homes and special ed and stuff like that. I mean, what I will say is that I think Maggie is a real-looking person, you know. I think she has a very striking beauty, but she's not like Barbie doll beauty. She's not like a prepackaged sort of, you know, I think there are some actresses in Hollywood who have a very classic standard beauty, and they're beautiful. But I think Maggie has a much more original look.
Sure.
Oh, I just, she's really hot. I'm in the middle of a script that I actually put away for a little while. But there's a character that I thought she has to play this character.
Cool. Did you meet her in Sundance, or was she there?
No, I haven't met her.
Mentioned in an interview that
I'll meet her. You know, if I ever finish the script. God willing, inshallah.